Welcome back, guys. It's really good to have you back on board if you've come to watch another episode. This episode's going to be about the interior. I've given it a lot of thought. I need to finish off those bunks inside. That's all inside I'll probably do, and I'll be taking your advice. And it seems logical to just do the bare minimum on the inside. And thank you for all the comments and suggestions in the last video. I've taken them on board, literally, and so this video will be about finishing the bunks. It's been busy. It's Monday, and I haven't started on this week's video yet, really. Last week on Friday, a friend of mine for a long time has wanted to fix the drain plug, put a helicoil in the drain plug on the on his Ducati GT 750. So we spent a whole day on it here on the bench last Friday. There'll be a video coming out about that soon. So that's what I've been up to. Now, you might wonder, these two may have a lot to do with the finishing of this boat. There's a blower fan here. Thanks, Brent, for loaning that to me. And he also gave me some coal. Well, yes, because I might cast some bearings for the mast tabernacle so the mast can rotate. There'll be ball bearings. I've played around with some designs for it. There is another way to do it, that I could do it in stainless steel, and I still may do it that way, but I'm getting the bits and pieces together so I can do some casting, and it may be lost foam casting. So anyway, to do the casting, I need to melt some aluminium. I need a blower fan for that. That's a really good one. And I need some pretty intense heat. So I've never used coal before for anything. I know it's not that environmentally friendly, but here it is, and I might use it to melt the aluminium. That'll be coming in a few episodes time if I do that. Probably there's some things to do before that. What's going on here? What have you got?
What we have is
what are we doing?
Oh, what we got is a motor out of Ducati 750. It's a 750 GT, 1974. It's bevel drive, and we've got a thread repair to do down here for the oil strainer.
Normally this job's done with the engine apart, but I had an idea on how we could keep the swarf out of the engine by modifying one of my irrigation fittings, and it worked extremely well, both for the drilling and for the tapping. Resistance is futile. Oh, looking nice.
Yeah, she's tapping beautifully.
And there's
swarf in there.
And there's no swarf in there. Wow, I think that's... Just going to make sure that that's below the surface. Definitely below the surface. We got to make sure. It needs a little bit more.
So now, what's you going to do now, Carl?
Going to turn it anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
And it's going to break off.
There it is.
Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Keep a hold of it.
Hang on to that.
Oh my goodness.
Job done. So this is the strainer. And we're just going to test it. Obviously, it's not going to be used yet. Here it is. Look at that, finger tight.
My goodness, Dave, that looks good.
It's beautiful.
How does that make you feel, Dave?
Oh, $1,000,000.
Is it bear time, Dave, or do we have to pack up?
I think we better pack up first.
Oh, I knew you'd say that.
I'm just...
The power is off today, pretty much all day. So this is a job I've been putting off for a while. Another weed round of the property. I've got on top of the weeds on our property, and it's much less work than it used to be, only because I do this job regularly. This is a foul tree. This is one of the ones I've grown from a seedling.
It's one of the lightest timbers. I think it's lighter than Polonia even, and Maori used to use it for fishing floats. There's a berry farm in the distance. It's a good employer locally. And this is a swan plant, and it survived because monarch butterflies haven't been seen in this part of New Zealand this year. And some sugarcane I planted, which I don't do that much with, but it grows so well here. I haven't been along this track since we just had some big rains, and I had an intention here. See what happens when the rain flashes off the mountain. It really scours things. And I planted this sugarcane just here to do just what it's done. Collect all the leaf and litter that flashes off the mountain and ends up way down the slope. This is a kauri tree which I planted, was given to me on a birthday, and I planted it here, and it's doing okay. There is a fungus in the soil that's been very hard on the New Zealand kauri in recent times. It's quite a problem. A lot of very beautiful boats used to be built out of this kauri timber. Our property goes right up to those pine trees. This whole slope used to be covered in pine trees, and it's regenerating. The birds carry a lot of the seed down out of the forest up above us, and I've planted a lot of this flax. This is another little gully that gets quite eroded. The water flashes down here, and believe it or not, I was walking along here once and I saw something shiny poking out of the very hard pan down there in the bottom, and I went down and it was a beautiful marble, which I think I dated to the 1800s, made in Germany, so late 1800s. So there were settlers here very early on, and I'd like to think that some settler kids or some Maori kids were playing marbles on the mountain. This is the New Zealand totara tree. It's got a very rot resistant timber, very straight grained. Maori used it a lot for carving. It carves very nicely. I made a chest set out of it once when I was pretty young. Also out there, which you can't really see, but you can see it at night time, all the lights. That's where our only oil refinery used to be, and the previous government decided that it was costing the country too much money, and it was better to ship petroleum products in from overseas refineries, which can make the fuel a lot cheaper than we can. There's a little Taiwanese cherry. They're a massive problem here. The birds, if the neighbours have them, the birds spread the seeds. This one's called Lady of the Night. Apparently, if I've got the name correct, the settlers in New Zealand, when they had outside toilets, not flushing toilets, they'd plant these around because it has some quite powerful smelling flowers. And here's privet. I only find small ones now because I've got rid of all the big ones. And this little one's called Jerusalem cherry. They have these bright orangey red berries on them. The birds love them and spread them. The news of wilding pines in the South Island of New Zealand was in the news this morning. They can't keep on top of them. They're just spreading by themselves, and it would require huge ongoing investment to get on top of the problem. But I'll deal with this one pretty easily, even if it's with one arm. This is kikuyu grass, which comes from Africa. It only grows where it's phosphor-free, and farmers in the northern New Zealand, it's the only thing that gets them through some really hot summers. So some people love it, some people hate it, because if you have it anywhere near a vegetable garden, it can rapidly grow over everything. There's the neighbour's place, and one very hot summer I put this electric fence in. If I remember correctly, I believe electric fences were invented in New Zealand, but they do a great job. You just ram these steel standards, or waratahs we call them, into the ground, put some insulators on, some hot wires, and I know it's going right now. I wouldn't touch it. So as you can see, the neighbours' cows are in the property, and there's some newborn calves by the looks of it. And there's a tobacco weed. I usually get those out. They're really invasive as well. You can see this banana passion fruit here. I've got it just in time. Got a big bag in my pocket for those fruit. Actually, I didn't get to it just in time. This banana passion fruit up in the tree behind me here is fruiting. The fruit haven't gone yellow yet, but the birds don't mess around. There's one on the ground. They're just starting to eat them, and they would spread them incredibly if I didn't get onto this today. So, yep, the power's out, but this is a long overdue job I've got to do. That was a big banana passion fruit plant to get out. And I see there's one in the bush up there too. As a sign of my achievements, this is the first one I've come across for this trip, which has been probably an hour at least already. And mothweed has this horrible milky sap which you got to be careful to keep off your skin and out of your eyes. And would grow everywhere. You can see it up in that bush there. Mothweed, it's a real problem that I love to remove. So the house is off to the right there. We've just been along that slope quite high up and then come along low down and back down to here where my Japanese cedar hedges, electric fence, and the neighbour's cows and the neighbour. And it's just starting to rain. So good timing. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Wow, exciting. Here's, yeah, this is Craig from Willis Sails. What you can't see is that there's 2 layers there. Wow. Wow. Looking really good, thanks. Yeah. Awesome. How did you find it? Did it all sort of make sense in the end?
Yeah. I had to give it thought to a few things, but you covered it pretty well, I think.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
It's something different, nothing that we've ever done before in 30 years of sail making. So it's always something new.
It might be the beginning of something new. This is the place to go.
Possibly, yeah. Got experience now.
Yeah. And yeah, it's one of those sails you can't assume someone can sort of understand straight away what someone else was thinking on it. And to some degree it's a bit of a trial as well. It's I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but
Hopefully it all works as it should.
It's Thursday, and I normally put out a video today, but you'll see that I've been a bit productive in other areas to do with helping a friend with his motorbike, looking after the property when the power was out, so I couldn't come and do work in here anyway, really, and going and picking up, well, delivering the sail and picking up the sail. I did it within less than a week, so as you'll see by the video, the sail turned out really well. So what am I up to today? All these cleats are glued in now, and I've debated in my head whether to put baffles in there or extra glass athwart ships across those bottom panels inside these dual purpose tanks and storage areas. I doubt very much whether I'll ever put water in there, but I want to be able to create some extra ballast if I really need to. So I'd like to keep that option open. So that's my work today, probably mostly coving in preparation for glassing in there. It's Friday today. My mission today, and not a small one, is to sand up all this coving I put in these tanks yesterday on both sides, and start the fiberglassing in them. I won't try and do it all at once, that would be a bit too ambitious. But so the bottoms of the tanks and the sides will end up with 2 layers of 400 gram double bias. And then I can do some more work on the quarter berths. Some last minute filling before I fiberglass these corners. I'll be putting the glass on before this is cured. So the tank's progress is well underway. I've glassed the ends of the tanks now, so that means the next glassing will just be in the middle of them, which is easier than trying to do the whole lot in one go. I didn't use peel ply on the ends. I tried to and just gave up in frustration, so I put the cloth on, and when it was after it had cured a little bit, I put some extra resin on. It'll mean a lot of sanding, but sometimes peel ply in difficult spots just can be very difficult. So it's been a busy week. I've finished putting the house back together after painting, and I'll be able to, as a ratio of things I've got to do, I'll be able to spend some more time on the boat. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.